Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. दर्शक नमस्ते सेवारो एन्ड च्याजलो संसारभरि छरिएर बसिरहनु भएको मेरो भगवान् रूपी दर्शक बाबा आमा दिदी भाइ दाजु बहिनीहरू सम्पूर्णलाई मेरो गुड मर्निङ गुड आफ्टरनुन गुड इभिनिङ एन्ड नमस्ते सेवारो छ्याजलो भन्न चाहन्छु। हजुरहरू संसारको जुनसुकै कुनामा छरिएर बसिरहनु भएको छ। हजुरहरू आई होप हजुरहरू आराम कुशलै हुनुहुन्छ होला भन्ने पूर्ण आशा गर्दछु। साथमा भगवान् बुद्धप्रति हार्दिक प्रार्थना पनि गर्दछु र म लाइभमा उपस्थित भइसकेको छु र हजुरहरू सम्पूर्णलाई मेरो लाइभमा हार्दिक हार्दिक न्यानो अभिवादन पनि गर्न चाहन्छु र म लाइभ आउनुको खास कारण चाहिँ आज वेडनेसडे अनि हजुरहरू सबैलाई ह्याप्पी वेडनेसडे। हजुरहरूको वेडनेसडे एकदम सुखद रहोस् भन्न चाहन्छु र आज म लाइभ आउनुको खास कारण विषयवस्तुमा प्रवेश गर्नुभन्दा पहिला दिन प्रतिदिन मेरो लाइभमा नयाँ नयाँ फेसहरू देख्न सकिरहेको हुन्छु। सो उहाँहरूको लागि यदि हजुरहरू पहिलोचोटि मलाई अटेन्ड गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भनेदेखि नमस्ते, म इन्द्र घले गुरुङ। म खास पूर्वी नेपालबाट हो र विगत 12 वर्षदेखि चाहिँ म यो सान फ्रान्सिस्को क्यालिफोर्निया युएसएमा बस्दै आइरहेको छु र म पेसाले चाहिँ रेस्टुरेन्टमा एज अ सर्भर काम गर्दछु र बिसाइड्स द्याट यो अमेजिङ अनलाइन डिजिटल बिजनेस पनि घरैबाट रन गरिरहेको छु र यस बिजनेसको सिइओ मेन्टर र ओनर सबै नै म हो भनेर अवगत गराउन चाहन्छु र धेरै कुरा भूमिका नबानिकन म सिधै विषयवस्तुमा प्रस्थान गर्न चाहन्छु। जतिजनाले मलाई हेरिराख्नु भएको छ हजुरहरूलाई सायद अवगतै होला। सो मैले चाहिँ यो बुक पढिरहेको छु, एउटा रिच ड्याड पुअर ड्याड भन्ने। त्यो बुकले चाहिँ लाखौँ लाखौँ मानिसहरूको अन्टरप्रेन्योरहरूको स्पेसली हामी जस्तो ग्लोबल अन्टरप्रेन्योरहरूको लाइफ चेन्ज गरिसकेको द्याट्स हाउ म चाहिँ अब मैले एक्लै बसेर पढ्दाखेरि मेरो दिमागमा त बस्छ, तर मैले लाइभमा गएर फेसबुक लाइभमा गएर पढेँ भने त अरू मानिसहरूले पनि सुनेर इन्सपायर भएर उहाँहरूले पनि पढ्नु पर्दैन, कानमा एयरपोर्ट लगाएर सुन्दा पनि हुन्छ भनेर त्यो हेतुले चाहिँ म लाइभ आउने गर्दछु। अनि हजुरहरू जतिजनाले पनि मेरो लाइभ रिप्ले हेरेर साथ सपोर्ट गरिदिनु भएको छ हजुरहरूलाई भित्री हृदयदेखि हार्दिक नमन गर्दछु र मैले पढ्न गइरहेको किताब चाहिँ यही हो। सो म चाहिँ अब पढ्न गइरहेको छु यसको बुक्स रिच ड्याड पुअर ड्याड। यसको लेखक चाहिँ रबर्ट टी कियोसाकी। एकदम प्रचलित सबसे सर्वाधिक बिक्री भएको किताब युएसएमा। सो लेट मी सी वेयर आई वाज। ओके, र म चाहिँ यो बुक पढ्न गइरहेको छु। आई होप हजुरहरूले स्वीकार्नुहुन्छ भन्ने पूर्ण पूर्ण आशा गर्दछु। Okay, finally back. Most people fail to realize. Sorry for the inconvenience. Some technical issue. My Wi-Fi, or some technical issue, whatever it is. Sorry for that. Most people fail to realize that in life, it's not how much money you make; it's how much money you keep. We have all heard stories of lottery winners who are poor then. Give me a second. Oh, no. No, it's been done already. Sorry, guys. I'm doing back and forth. Okay. They decided that the answer to their financial problem is to find a way to get rich quick. Construction on the sky scraper begins. It goes up quickly, and soon, instead of the Empire State Building, we have the leaning tower of suburbia. The sleepless nights return. As per Mike and me in our adult years, both of our choices were possible because we were taught to pour a strong financially foundation when we were just kids. Sorry. जतिजनाले हेरिराख्नु भएको छ हजुरहरूले कहाँबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ कमेन्ट गरिदिनु होला। के गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ? कुन ठाउँबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ? Accounting is possibly the most confusing, boring subject in the world. But if you want to be rich long term, it could be the most important subject for rich dad. The question uh, was how to take a boring and confusing subject and teach it to kids. The answer he found was to make it simple by teaching it in picture. My rich dad poured a strong financial foundation for Mike and me since we were just kids. He created a simple way to teach us. For years, uh, he only drew pictures and used few words. Mike and I understood the simple drawing, the jargon. And यहाँ सानो पनि रहेको छ. So rich people acquire assets. The poor and middle class acquire, but it's not true. Jargon, the movement of money, and then in later years, numbers. Today, Mike has gone on to master mathematics and sophisticated accounting analysis because he had empire. I am not sophisticated because my empire is smaller. Yet we come from the same simple foundation. Over the following page, I offer to you the same simple line drawings Mike's dad created for us. The basic uh, those drawings help guide two little boys in building uh, great sums of wealth on a solid and deep foundation. Rule number one: you must know the difference between an assets and liability and buy assets. Okay, if you want to be rich, this is all you need to know. It is rule number one. It is the only rule. This may sound absolutely simple, but most people have no idea how profound this rule is. Most people struggle financially because they do not know the difference between an assets and liability. Rich people acquire assets, the poor and middle class acquire liabilities that they think are assets, said Rich Dad. When Rich Dad explained this to Mike and me, we thought he was kidding. Here we were, nearly teenagers and waiting for the secret to getting rich. And this was his answer. It was so simple that we stopped for a long time to think about it. What is an asset? Asked Mike. Don't worry. Right now, said Rich Dad, just let the idea sink in if you can. Comprehend, comprehend the simplicity your life will have a plan and uh, be financially easy. Okay, let me see. Real quick already. Hello, Kusum. एकजना मेरो भगवान् रूपी दर्शक शुभचिन्तक हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँको वेबसाइट चाहिँ गुरुङ कनेक्ट कर्पोरेसन छ। हेलो नमस्ते इन्द्रजी भन्नुभएको छ। नमस्ते कुसुम, नमस्ते नमस्ते। हाउ आर यु डुइङ? कस्तो छ हजुरलाई? आरामै हुनुहुन्छ? वाचिङ लाइभ फ्रम न्युयोर्क। उहाँले चाहिँ न्युयोर्कदेखि हेरिराख्नु भएको छ। उहाँ चाहिँ हाम्रो बिजनेस पार्टनर हुनुहुन्छ। सो थ्याङ्क यू सो मच फर जोइनिङ माई लाइभ कुसुम। थ्याङ्क यू थ्याङ्क यू थ्याङ्क यू। होपफुली सी यू सुन। It is simple. That is why the idea is missed. You mean all we need to know is what an asset is, acquire them, and we'll be rich? I asked. Rich Dad nodded his head. It's that simple. If it's that simple, how come everyone is not rich? I asked. Rich Dad smiled. Because people do not know the difference between an asset and liability. I remember asking, how could adults be so misguided? If it is that simple, if it is that important, why would everyone not want to find out? It took Rich Dad only a few minutes to explain what assets and liabilities were. As an adult, I have difficulty explaining it to other adults. The simplicity of the idea escapes them because they have been educated differently. They were taught by other educated professionals such as bankers, accountants, real estate agents, financial planners, and so forth. The difficulty comes in asking adult to uh, unlearn or become. Children, again, an intelligent adult often feels it is uh, demeaning to pay attention to simplistic definition. Rich Dad believed in the KISS principle: kept it simple, stupid, or keep it super simple. KISS principle. So he kept it simple for us, and that made our financial foundation strong. So, what caused the confusion? How could something so simple be so screwed up? Why would someone buy an asset that was really a liability? The answer is found in basic education. We focus on the word literacy and not financially literacy. What defines something to be an asset or liability are not words. In fact, if you really want to be confused, look up the words assets and liability in the dictionary. I know the definition may sound good to uh, trained accountants, but for the average person, it makes no sense. But we adults are often too proud to admit that something does not make sense. To us young boys, Rich Dad said, what defines an assets are not words but numbers. And if you can't read, okay, let me see the quick one quotation. An asset puts money in my pocket, and liability takes money out of my pocket. Do you hear that? So the numbers, you can tell an asset from a hole in the ground. In accounting, Rich Dad would say it's not the numbers, but what the numbers are telling you. It's just like words. It's not the words, but the story the words are telling you. If you want to be rich, you have got to read and understand numbers. If I heard that once, I heard it a thousand times from my rich dad, and I also heard the rich acquire assets and the poor and middle class acquire liabilities. Timeless rich dad wisdom. Actually, it is Wednesday is my wisdom day. Not my only me, all my team, and then all over the world. Okay, learn, unlearn, and relearn. Learn, relearn, and unlearn. This quote from futurist Albin Toffer. mirrors what rich dad told me uh, 2 decades ago. The uh, illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Here is how to tell the difference between an asset and a liability. Most accountant and financially professionals do not agree with the definitions, but these simple drawings were the start of strong financial foundation for two young boys. This is the cash flows pattern of an asset. Income statement, assets, assets, expense, liabilities, balance sheet, income, assets. Okay, the top part of the diagram is and it's do you guys can see its diagram? If you can see it, here you go. So you guys can define it. Okay, uh, often called a profit and loss statement. It measures income and expenses, money in and money out. The lower part of the diagram is a balance sheet. It's called that because it's stuff to balance assets against liabilities. Many financial movies do not know the relationship between the income statement and the balance sheet, and it is vital to understand the relationship. ओके गाइज आजलाई चाहिँ म लगभग लगभग यति पढ्छु आज month also it's 18. So guys, day moving so fast, so utilize those days भन्न चाहन्छु. So जतिजनाले पनि मेरो लाइभ या रिप्ले हेरेर साथ सहयोग गरिदिइरहनु भएको छ हजुरहरूलाई भित्री हृदयदेखि धन्यवाद भन्न चाहन्छु. र जतिजनाले पनि आज यो एसेट्स एन्ड लाइबिलिटिजको बारेमा सुन्नुभयो, केही न केही डिफाइन गर्नुभयो होला. सो अब अहिले सुरुदेखि अन्तिमसम्म पढ्दै आउँदाखेरि अनि मैले पनि अर्काको अन्डरमा काम गर्दै आएको फोर फोर डिकेट्स यानि कि 40 वर्षमा पुगिसक्यो. फेरि पनि मेरो लाइफ सेक्युर नभएर चाहिँ मैले पनि यो अमेजिङ अनलाइन डिजिटल बिजनेस रन गर्न थालेको छु. र भविष्यमा छोटो समयमा धनी हुने र रिटायर भएर आफ्नो आफूले जे गर्न चाहनुहुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ सम्भव छ. तर अब सधैँ अर्काकै अन्डरमा काम गरेर 67 इयर्ससम्म त्यसरी अर्काको अन्डरमा काम गरेर धनी हुने चाहिँ हजुरहरूले पनि कल्पना पनि नगर्नुहोला. किनभनेदेखि मैले भोगेको एक्सपिरियन्सहरू हजुरहरूलाई सेयर गर्ने गर्दछु. र अब कसले कसरी लिनुहुन्छ त्यो त हजुरहरूको व्यक्तिगत विचारधारा हो. तर मैले जानेको कुरा सेयर गर्नको लागि म सधैँ लाइभमा आएर बोल्ने गर्दछु. म कुनै यस्तो विज्ञ पनि होइन, तर मैले जो एक्सपिरियन्स गरेको छु त्यो कुरो सेयर गर्दाखेरि कसैको लाइफमा चेन्जेस आउँछ भनेदेखि वाइ नट भनेर चाहिँ यसरी लाइभ आएर बुक पनि पढ्ने गर्छु. साथै हजुरहरूलाई जानेको कुराहरू सेयर पनि गर्ने गर्दछु. र यदि हजुरहरू पनि छोटो समयमा अब लेट्स से पछाडि फर्केर हेरौँ 2019मा कोभिड भयो, त्यस्तो अवस्था नआओस्. तर आइहाल्यो भनेदेखि चाहिँ एउटा दुइटा काम गरिराख्नु भएको छ, सबै काम त डामाडोल हुन्छ, ठप्प हुन्छ. अनि साइड हसलको रूपमा केही प्लानिङ गरिराख्नु भएको छ, हेरिराख्नु भएको छ भनेदेखि चाहिँ मलाई रिच आउट गर्नुहोला. मेरो वेबसाइट चाहिँ तल टिभीको स्क्रिनमा स्क्रोल भइरहेको छ. मेरो वेबसाइट रहेको छ www.indraghale.com. सो हजुरहरू मलाई एनी टाइम रिच आउट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. मेसेन्जर, फोन कल, इमेल सबैबाट हजुरले रिच आउट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ भन्दै म चाहिँ आजलाई बिदा चाहन्छु. हजुरहरूको दिन शुभ रहोस् र सधैँ स्वस्थ रहनुहोस्. र जानुभन्दा पहिला सधैँ मेरो हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट, आफूले आफूलाई 1 घन्टा टाइम छुट्याउनु होला भन्दै बिदा चाहन्छु. भोलि